Whether you're looking to make your first $10,000 from wholesaling, or you're a seasoned pro looking to scale your team and 10x your deal closures, this will be the best wholesaling system to get you there. Over the past 5 years as a Podio consultant, I've helped hundreds of wholesalers close more deals by streamlining their processes and leveling up their automation. But now, I've taken everything that works best and packaged it into one game-changing wholesaling system. That includes features like automated property data and comping, an AI autoresponder that will help you close deals as quickly and as efficiently as possible. This system can do it all. So let me show you how it works. All right, so here we are inside of the REI Vantage system. On your homepage, you have some basic KPIs in terms of monthly deals closed, profit, new seller leads today, calls made today, appointments set, contract signed, contract sent. And that's split weekly and monthly as well. But one thing I guarantee you will not see in any other wholesaling system, especially a Podio-based one, is a dashboard like this that comes with it. It's already integrated into your Podio, and you can see you have all different timescales to view KPIs and loads of different KPIs types. So you got offer KPIs, we got lead KPIs, and all of this is here ready for you to see. We can also look at communication KPIs, look how many texts the team sent, how long they've been on the phone for, split by team members and marketing campaigns and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a really kind of advanced KPI dashboard. The apps that come with the system, they're in order of a lead going from brand new to closed. So you got your tasks you should go into at the beginning of every single day and make sure you're completing any overdue tasks and completing any ones that are due today. Because most of them are going to be follow-ups. And if you're not following up, you're not closing deals. Here you can see that all of your notes show, any communication history will show, and you can call and text the lead directly from here. You don't have to go into the leads app. You can just do everything right from here and then move on to your next follow-up. Inbound pre-screening is basically for any leads that are not already in your system. They'll go into inbound pre-screening and you can push them to either seller leads or cash buyers. I'm not going to go into that now, pretty basic, but a good feature to have. Most of your time, of course, is going to be spent in your seller leads app. So in seller leads, you have, your basic marketing campaigns, who's the lead manager, seller information, all of your property information. You got some quick links here. If you wanted to view it in Zillow, you can open up Zillow. You want to view it on Google Earth for some reason, open up Google Earth. Google search, specific for the property, you can open up Google search. So all of it's there with a click of a button. What you can see at the top is you have this abandoned lead banner. This is a really nice feature that is specific for leads that don't have any outgoing drip campaigns going on, and they have no outstanding follow-ups. To make sure no leads are slipping through the cracks, we display all the abandoned leads right on your home page. To make a lead unabandoned, an outstanding task or a drip campaign has to be set. As you can see, currently we have no associated tasks. But if I use this FU tag and then do, say, 8 days, what this will do is it's a really quick way of scheduling a follow-up without having to navigate to a specific part of your system. It's just done right from the comments. So now when we navigate back down to our task section, we can see we have a task outstanding with a title of follow-up due. But sometimes we want a really specific title. So in those cases, you can do something like 4 days, has she spoke with her lawyer? Yeah. So what that will do is it will complete any outstanding follow-up tasks, so you don't have to complete them yourself. And it's going to add another one for you with your specific title. So anything you put after the dash is going to be your title. But that's an optional thing. You can just have it set the title as follow-up due if you wanted to. You also have some lead stages. A lot of the time, these lead stages are going to be automatically updated based off things that are happening in your under contract app or your dispositions app. So they'll get updated automatically. Another way you can schedule follow-ups is with these quick schedule follow-ups. So you can just hit 1 week, for example. And again, it's going to complete any outstanding follow-ups and add in a new one for you. So you can see it's been completed and a new one's been added in. Notes log is a really nice way of keeping your notes all organized. So some people have like a text box, some people just put it in the comments. It's all messy. Comments you can't push over to other apps and display notes in other apps. And a text box, you've got to manually add the date and the title, and it's just not ideal. We use a log tag. So log : spoke with will call back in 8 days. So what that will do is now you've got your comment right in the comment box for anyone to see when they come in, but you also have it in here. You can see the date and the time it was logged and who logged it. So really nice to keep all of your notes organized. And again, these notes will all show in your tasks as well. We'll come back to the offers section, create an appointment so you can link it to your calendar, who's going on the appointment, the date and time they're going on the appointment, any notes you can put here, and then just push it to your calendar. What this will do is it'll create an appointment in your appointment app, and if you've connected it to your calendar, which we can help you do, it'll show up in your calendar as well. Drip campaigns. The system comes with drip campaigns ready to go. So from day one, you can be sending out drip campaigns without having to manually set them up yourself. But you can also completely customize the drip campaigns. You can add as many as you want, change the text, email, frequency, everything can be changed with the drip campaigns. Super flexible and super quick to use. Simply a matter of selecting your follow-up and hitting begin drip campaign, which I'm not going to do now. The AI assistant, we'll come back to that in just a second. Super cool. And your communication history. This is where all of the texts, calls, emails, they'll all show here. You can easily click to listen to the recordings. The recording will pop up or a voicemail will pop up. It's all there, and you can filter it if you're looking for, you only want to see texts that have been going on. Hit that and you only see an incoming and outgoing text. So really clean. The AI assistant. One of the newer features, but I love it. So essentially, you can assign it a goal, book a viewing, get more information from the seller, or get a rough asking price from the seller. So it can kind of warm that lead up for you without you having to do anything. So I'll show you how it works. If you hit book viewing, you can change who you want to be if you want, but by default, it's going to be who the seller lead is, the lead manager is. So response time, do you want to wait like 5 minutes? I think waiting 5 minutes is the sweet spot, but you can reply instantly. It's not going to be instant. It's going to be like 30, 60 seconds, but it'll be pretty instant. And then once you're happy with these settings, you can hit AI auto responding. Once you hit that, you're going to get a confirmation that it's now auto responding. So I'm going to, as a seller, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly send a message saying something like, who is this? Why did you call me? So again, we're going to do this on this perspective that we've tried a few times to reach the seller and they've not responded. This AI assistant, by the way, combined with a drip campaign. So you can put them on a drip campaign and then as soon as they answer, have the AI assistant take over and try and book a viewing or something for you. Really powerful. We've got the message saying, who is this? Why did you call me? So if you give it a few seconds, what the AI is going to now do is it's going to craft some response and reply automatically. So you can see the conversation ID has been added. That's just so that we can continue a conversation and the AI remembers everything that's been said already. And now he's crafted a response. So it adds the seller's name, it grabs the alias that we're using, it grabs the company name. All of the kind of prompting can be changed, but it works really well right now. I reached out regarding your property. We're interested in viewing it to potentially make you an offer. Is there a time that works for you? So we can then reply something like, let's do, I'm really busy at the moment. Can we do Friday at 12 p.m.? Let's say. Now, of course, we could have more of a back and forth, but I just want to demonstrate some of the functionality as quickly as possible that the system's capable of. This message has come in that I've just responded. I'm busy at the moment. Let's do Friday. All right, so we can see now what's happened is because the seller has suggested a time, Friday, 12 p.m., the AI has automatically replied saying, I've scheduled the appointment for Friday at 12 p.m. Looking forward to seeing you. So then if we look at our appointments section, we can see that we now have an appointment set for Friday at 12 p.m. But we can even go one step further than that. If we then, as the seller, respond, "Great, please call me 2 hours before to confirm you are coming." The seller's now made a request, wants to be called 2 hours before. So we'll see that come in, the message that I've just responded. And now let's see what the AI does. All right, so we can see we have a reply. "Sure thing. I've set a reminder to call you 2 hours before the appointment. Feel free to reach out." So now, if we have a look at our tasks, we can see that a task has automatically been set. Call Luis 2 hours before the appointment, 10 a.m., 2 hours before the appointment. Really powerful. It can set tasks for you, create appointments, and follow up seamlessly. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, that's one of my favorite features. Another really great feature is, if you go to the property info section, we can see we've hardly got any information filled out. We basically know nothing about this property. We've got no comps or anything. So with one click of a button, what we can do is get all the property data and the comps that we can find. So if we give this a few seconds to do its thing, the first thing you'll see what happens is all of the fields are filled out. So we got the mailing address, property type, a parcel ID, beds, bath, everything's filled out here. And then we get an AI summary of the property. So investment potential of the property, location features, value adding opportunities. All of this can be used on your dispo emails and however you want to use it. It's just a really nice to have. And then we have a kind of comment breakdown of all of the property information, with a few additional ones that I don't actually add to the system, but they're here. We can get the ARV, which will be added here. So now it's getting the comps. And what it'll do is it'll return the 3 most relevant comps. So you can see it has a similarity score of 97.3%. That's based off the same amount of bedrooms, the distance, and the year built. But we can go one step further. And if we hit this button here, View Property Data Report, it's going to open up a page where you can see everything on one page, really easy to read. So there's a few more comps that we display on the page. We've got the ARV here, beds, bath, everything's displayed right here in a nice, easy to read view, basically. So yeah, those are some of the really great features of the basic seller leads app. But let's go beyond that. So we've spoke with the seller. We've made an appointment. We're ready now to make an offer. So we're going to offer, let's say we offer 85,000. You might remember that we have an offers app right here, but we don't want to have to manually, and you shouldn't manually create an offer record. All you need to do is add in your offer amount in your seller lead record, and that creates the offer record for you. And it links everything up, so everything's really easy to navigate back to seller lead. Okay, navigate now to your offer. And in your offer record, again, you have the seller information. All of your tasks are pushed over. Any notes that you have are pushed over. Your offer overview is here as well. What you'll be able to see is the initial offer date and the initial offer amount compared to what it currently is. So if you were, for example, to go back to the seller lead and add in a different offer. So you're going to offer quite a bit more now. When you log that offer, it's going to update the offer record with the current offer amount, just so you have that history and you're always up to date. Going back to it, you can see that it's updated here. What you can also do from here is send your purchase contract. The system comes with purchase contracts, or we can integrate your own. The purchase contracts that come with the system were drawn up by a lawyer, so they're pretty good. But again, we can put in your own contracts. But it also comes with a e-signature software built into it. So let's go ahead and fill out these fields and then generate our contract. You don't need your own DocuSign subscription or something like that. The system has it all ready for you. So we can see that the purchase contract has been generated. We can click it, check it over. Are we happy with it? Yeah, cool. Once we're happy with it, we can then hit send for e-signature. So what that will then do is it's going to send to you and it's going to send to the seller. I'll do a really quick demonstration of how that looks. So you can see the contract has been sent, 19 credits. You get 20 contract sends a month. If you need more, we can easily arrange more. I'm going to go and open up my email now. All right, so you can see now in my inbox, I have a purchase contract that needs to be signed. This logo, it can all be customized. So the logo will be customized. The errata from name, it will be your company name. It will be your company logo. So it's kind of like a nice branded email ready to go. So let's hit sign and then click start, print the name. I'm the seller, so I'll just put Louise. I'll do, suggest it for you, agree and finish. So now that's done. It'll now come to here to sign. All right, so now this is me signing as the buyer. So we can click again, view to sign, click. I'll add in my name, sign, errata, and then agree and finish. So everyone signed the contract now. What will now happen is, I'll actually go out of this because usually you're not going to be on the offer when it's signed. You'll get a notification. So when we go to the offer, you'll see that the purchase contract has been signed. We can view the signed contract, all of the signatures here. It's just really easy to do. You know, it's kind of a seamless way to get your contract signed. But a few other things will happen then. So what will happen when a contract is signed is it's going to automatically push the lead to under contract and push it to disposition. So again, we have our under contract and disposition right here. These bottom apps here, you can basically ignore them. You really never need to go into these bottom apps. The only apps that you care about are the top ones. These basically just store information. Let's close that out. And as you can see now, at the top of your seller leads record, you have the navigation to your offer, to your seller lead, to the under contract, to the disposition. Everything's really easy to navigate around. And one thing that's also really nice, when a contract is signed or a text message comes in, or you get a missed call, you'll have this seller's awaiting response section here. You can see you've got one of them. That's because a contract has been signed. Let's go into another random one. Oh, same one. Let's go into this one. I'll just unhide it and manually do it this time. But now when we have a look, we can see we now have 2 awaiting response. So it's really easy to not miss when a lead texts you or calls you. If you miss it on smartphone or something, the system will still notify you. So from under contract, for example, you can see what the under contract price is. Tasks are pushed over, notes are pushed over, and you can email all your files directly to the title company from here. So any files that are attached to this record will be sent to the title company. From the dispositions, this is where you can do things like, again, tasks, notes, track buyer's offers. So if a buyer was going to make an offer for this property, we can add in the lead property. They're going to offer 110,000. Let's actually change it to 610. And then they offered today. So then we can save that. So now you'll see that Oliver Adams has offered 610,000. And if you had more offers, then it would just be a nice clean table view. Let's add another one. I only have one demo seller in this system, but let's say he's offered another 620,000. So now when we have a look, we now see Oliver Adams again, but you would have multiple sellers. If we go back to the seller lead record, we are also able to see all of the buyer offers directly from here. This section only shows when you have a lead under contract. So going back to dispositions, we can now also create our buyer's contract from here. So assignment contract, again, it's just filling out all the fields, generating it, sending it. It's as simple as how we did with the purchase contract. And here is just where you would add in your information to make sure that your financial closing KPIs are properly tracked. So you can see this track calculates your gross and net profit. Let's say you paid 5,000 to JV partner, and then you add more miscellaneous costs of 10,000, brings your net profit to 148,000. We can easily add more fields here if you have specific things you calculate against. Super quick to do. Again, this system is built by a Podio expert, not some real estate wholesaler that's paid someone to build them a system and actually has no idea how it works. I've built this from scratch and everything can be customized to fit your needs. All right, so that's basically taken a lead right from kind of cold to ready to send a contract to a buyer. The flow's really easy. The steps are really simple. Drip campaigns make follow-ups really quick, really easy. If you've got this far, then I'm hoping that you like the look of the system. So let me show you some added bonus features as well. From Broadcast, you can filter a list of buyers or sellers. Let's say it's more relevant to buyers, but I don't have that many demo buyers in the system. So let's say I wanted to create a filter. So I'd go to this Broadcast view filter here, because this is basically what we search against. And I want to filter buyers that were created on today for some reason and send them all some kind of custom email. So I can overwrite this view. So now I've got 38 buyers I'm going to be sending to. So now if I go back to here and I'll give this a name of leads in today, call it whatever you want. We'll go SMS and then hit save. You can see you've got these variables. So choose a number you're going to be sending from. Send from this one. And then just copy it and then fill in the body. So, hey, just wanted to quickly reach out. Whatever you wanted to say. And then you hit send. Basically, what that's going to do is all those buyers or sellers that you've just filtered out, it's going to go ahead and grab them and send them each this SMS, filling out their first name. So if we give it a few seconds to collect them all, you can see it's beginning the SMS broadcast. And now it's going to start showing who it's sent to. I'm going to get errors for the most part on this because they're only dummy numbers that are in the system. But usually, of course, it'd be sent to, sent to, sent to. But yeah, and then you'll get basically as this error sending to table is showing, you'll get the exact same view, but in your sent to. So you'll see exactly who it's being sent to. Really cool feature. And another thing that you can do that's good with this is we can create a really kind of beautiful looking email template. So when you get a deal under contract, you can filter the buyers by location, their buy-in type, financing type, and send them all a dispo email directly from here. Another really great feature, aside from the drip campaigns, which I'll show you quickly how to set up. Basically, all it is a matter of creating your steps. So you've got step type, SMS, email task. If it's an email, you fill out the email subject and email body. If it's a task, you fill out task description, whether to assign it to the lead manager or assign it to a specific person. And obviously, if it's just an SMS, just fill out the SMS body. And then from there, you just create in your drip campaigns. And these drip campaigns are super flexible in terms of you can skip weekends or skip holidays. You can send to all numbers associated to the lead or only the first one, because some leads have multiple numbers, multiple email addresses. And what you can also do is add multiple steps. So if you want to send an email and a text at the same time, you can. Hitting 0 basically means as soon as you hit begin drip campaign, it's going to send. This is sending 2 days after this step. Again, email and text. And you can send them at specific times. So if I was to put 13 in here, it's going to then send at 1 p.m. if we wanted to do like a really specific time for some reason. This is, again, just a high-level overview. When you start using the system, you'll get a more in-depth demo video. And I'm also happy to jump on team meetings or whatever. Another cool feature is your marketing campaigns. Pretty basic. Where did they come from? Property leads. Property leads marketing type would be PPL, pay per lead. So Property Types is a software you can integrate. And again, we can integrate any of your third parties and you pay per lead. But what's cool with this is you can, based off where the lead came from, you can automatically assign them a new campaign. So you can automatically put them on a drip campaign. So for example, if you had a website and people filled out a form, you could add to the marketing campaign of website the opt-in form submitted. So as soon as they submit the form, they get a welcome text saying thanks for submitting the form, etc., etc., etc. So you don't even have to hit begin drip campaign. They can be automatically put on a drip campaign. The system's also super flexible. I said you don't need to use any of these apps, and you don't. But one app that's worth checking out from time to time is your settings app. So this is where the system will grab information like your company name, the name you're going to use on the contracts. You can set it to automatically hit get property data and comps as soon as a lead comes in. So you don't have to manually do it. As soon as a new lead comes in, you can grab that property data and comps straight away. Specify what time you want your drips to start. Reassign leads from here, so you can do a bulk reassign. This is your AI prompt settings, not that interesting. And then you've got your contact SMS, also quite a cool feature. By default, these are set to off. But if I set this to automatic and set it to on, you can see we've got some SMS templates here. If we go to the seller lead record, let's take a fresh one. Go for Cassandra. So what you can see is currently she's in the lead stage of new, and the next action is discovery. If we go to call her, and we'll mark it as busy, no answer. What will happen then is a few things. So first, you can see the call come up here, busy, no answer. The next thing that's going to happen is the system is going to set a next follow-up date of tomorrow. So you can just keep calling until you decide what to do when you've hit 6 contact attempts, whether you put them on a long-term drip campaign, schedule a task to follow up in 6 months, whatever you plan to do. Another thing that it's going to do is it's going to take the text template that you have had here, and it's going to send it as a text. Again, you can change these as much as you like. So if we go down to communication history and we give it a few seconds, we'll see that if we do a refresh, the lead stage has been updated to first contact attempt. We have a task created for tomorrow to follow up with the lead. And then next step is the text message will be sent. So, hi Cassandra, this is Shannon from realtor. I would like to talk to you about 123 Main Street. When would best time to call? So there we go. All you have to do is call the lead, mark them as busy, no answer. It'll schedule the follow-up. It'll send the text, but only if you want to. You can choose to turn this feature off. So it's built where you have flexibility. You have a lot of features, but you have the ability to turn some of them off and on, depending on your preferences. If you like to be a bit more personal, or you want to just reach out to as many leads as possible and see which ones you can set an appointment with. So the system's built to be seamless, to be easy to use, but to be feature rich at the same time. So yeah, the link's down below if you want more information. You can book a live demo if you want. All right, that's it. Speak to you soon.